Hey, we're back up here at Decon Productions. We got our fourth place winner at our championship tonight. He actually managed to snag fourth place from me, even though we both went 3-1, but it happens that way.
That's the point system.
But Nick, go over your deck, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was running U7 on the Invoker package. I was using the Ultimate Box Vegeta leader. So this leader, the way it works, it's Warrior Universe 7, so it negates the specified cost of Universe 7 cards. So play pretty much anything for any energy. Then it has an auto. When the card attacks, if you have a Universe 7 in your energy, you draw a card, and this gains plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. And then the Awaken, when you're at 4 or less life, you can untap 2, flip the card over. And the Awaken side, Explosive Power Vegeta. Still keeps the Warrior Universe 7, so easy to play stuff. And then the permanent's a little different now. So if you have 3 or more Universe 7 cards in your energy, it gets plus 5,000 for the duration of turn. And the auto, which is the big one, is when you attack with the card, you can pick up an energy and play an energy. And if you pair it right, then you can pay stuff for free, essentially. Really strong leader, really good for the energy manipulation. Love it a lot. Starting the deck out, we have 3 Whis Tournament Spectators. 1 drop blue. Auto lets you search your deck for Tournament of Power Arena. You want to see the arena as early as possible, so you can manipulate your energy, manipulate what you're drawing. Really, really good card.
Give me a quick second.
Yeah.
Just let's see them real quick. There's a glare. Go from right there if you don't mind from here on out.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a weird glare like right here for some reason.
And then I run 3 Tournament of Power Arenas. The way the arena works, it's a field card for 1 blue. It negates the energy exhaust of any blue-red multicolor card. So you don't have to worry about energy exhaust on any stuff you're playing. So you're playing stuff on your turn. And it has an activate main. You tap it, then you can look at the top 3 of your top 3 cards of your deck and put them at the top or bottom in any order. So with the Vegeta leader drawing and playing that before, you can actually see what you're going to draw. And if you don't like it, put it at the bottom. If you like it, put it in the right order. And running 3 Dimension Magics, just overall great negate, even with the sparking. So if you have cards and they're not, and you're tapped out, use this with the sparking, take a life, then you're tapped to back up, so you can use your Invoker stuff again. And then we got 2 Sensu Bean. Really good to extend plays if you're going for game with big stuff, or defensively if you just want to keep your energy up for your Invoker package. And it carries the 5k over for the entire duration of the turn, so they have to do more in order to hurt you. And then running 2 of the Ultra Instinct Goku's Kamehameha. Pretty much very similar to Bean on their turn, because you untap it, so it's for free 15,000. Play it on your turn, so you get draw. This deck doesn't have much in the way of combo power, so the Sensu Bean and the Ultra Instinct Goku's Kamehameha is great, just for going for game or playing the defensive way. And the 2-2 split I found was perfect. I saw both when I needed to, played them as energy when I didn't have anything else. It was perfect. And super combo. We're doing a 2-2 split, 2 of the Backbone Universe 7 Goku, 2 of the Beerus Divine Obliterator. The Beerus is definitely good for the energy manipulation, so if you're tapped out, play this, combo with that. So keep the defense going and keep your energy back up. The Universe 7, or the Backbone Universe 7 on Goku, really good just for the draw. And it's 5 life too, so you don't have to wait till you're at 4. So keep that defense up, essentially. And then my Spice, Majin Buu, Innocent Trickster. This has 2 effects for 2 blue. When you play the card, when the opponent attacks, you can remove the card from the battle area and negates the attack. So helps with the defense. Or if they want to deal with it, if they try to remove it, then you draw 2 cards. So no downside to the card whatsoever. Free negate on board. Draw 2 if they get rid of it. So you're plussing with everything with this card. And now the Invoker package. 4 of the Inspired Technique Vegetas. It's your Invoker. You want this on board turn 3, so you can start playing your stuff for 1 energy. Barrier and Deflect, so they can't hit it initially when it comes out, and they usually have to spend a lot of resources just to get rid of the card. So really good to have, just for your whole deck, essentially. Then for the extra cards, we're running 4 Tyranny's Cost. Really good for draw, especially if you're just sitting in a turn. I had a couple games where I was nothing to do, and I even had my invokers off the field, just playing this for 2 and drawing 2, just enough to where you're able to keep playing. And with the tournament power arena, you can choose what you're drawing essentially, which is super strong.
Skills, attack.
And then you've got 4 Emperor's Death Beam. This is your primary removal card. It ignores barrier, activate main, or battle. So if they have something big on your turn, you don't want to see it on board anymore. With the invoker, tap 1 red blue and get rid of it. Or if you're playing defensively and they're swinging with something big, you can play this, get rid of it on board too. And it ignores barrier, which is the key thing. So almost anything on board we'll get rid of immediately. And then we got 2. We're in this together. Really solid board wipe card. If all cards on board on the enemy side of the board, if it's 25,000 power or less, it gets KO'd. I played a couple successor decks tonight that saw this. This is perfect. Got rid of barrier with Emperor's Death Beam and then cleared the board with this. And the cool thing about this card too is for 1 red, you can activate main. If it's in the drop, you can bring it back to your hand. So you don't need to see too many of these, just at least 1. So you can play it, and then if they bring their board back up, bring it back from the drop, play it again. KO everything, keep the board empty. And we got 4 Royal Condemnations. This is the MVP of the deck, honestly. For 1 red, 1 blue with Invoker, or 1 red, 1 blue multicolor for the Invoker. If it's 8 cost or less, it goes to the bottom of the deck instead of being played. You disrupt so much stuff with this card. It gets rid of Successor, it gets rid of Arrival. I saw a couple of the Bardock Apes this time around. This got rid of those when they tried comboing with them. You need to see this card as much as possible so you can keep the defense up, so you can get towards your kill turns. And we got 4 Catastrophic Blows. This is one of your finishing cards, especially with the 6-drop Goku. The way this works is it has an activate main. If you have no cards on board or Son Goku, red-blue Son Goku on board, you can tap this and do 1 damage to your opponent automatically. Don't have to interact with the opponent, don't have to swing at them. As long as you have this, you do damage to them. I won a couple games using this, just not even swinging, just cat blowing them, and it's ridiculous and degenerate, and I love it. Alright, and then one of the other win cons is the Instincts of Past Son Goku. Never really saw play this time around, but really good if you're because you're going to have multicolored cards. The way this card works, it's triple strike and activate main. You can take 2 multicolor extra cards from your hand or drop area, send them to your warp, restand the card, and their leader gets minus 5,000. So a lot of games, you'll see this very late game. You'll have a ton of cards that you've already used. You send them to the warp, you restand the card. The more times you do it, the less power that their leader has, the more likely you're going to win. Most of my play testing with this, I'm able to swing 3 or 4 different separate times. I didn't see it played tonight, but still a really nice option to finish the game. Then we got 3 of the other Ultra Instincts Son Goku. This is the one that you really want to pair with Catastrophic Blow. The way it works is when you play it for 6, you have to hard cast it, but you take 3 of your energy cards, put them in the drop, then you play 3 energy cards from the drop with the energy exhaust negated. So if you play multicolor cards from the drop, they're going to come in with the energy exhaust negated, and it also has the auto once per turn. When you do damage, you do an additional damage. So hitting him, sitting this on board, hitting them with multiple cat blows, it's won me a couple games just on that alone, just keeping a couple cat blows in hand. Using these as energy, because you don't want to see this till the end game anyway. Pulling them back with the Vegeta leader, then hitting them with cat blow. It's super strong, it's nutty. If you got them down to 4 health or 4 life, then you win essentially with that. And then the last card, Secret Rare, Goku Vegeta Apex of Power. It's Victory Strike 2.0. It's super good. The activate main for 5 energy, you negate all their battle cards and leader cards in all areas. Then you just swing with it for a game. I was able to get it off game 1. He comboed out of it. but he was only at 1 life, so I swung with an Invoker Vegeta for game. This is the biggest threat that they have to deal with. They have to have a negate in order to get rid of it, or not even get rid of it at that point, just stop the attack. It has Invoker too, so you're able to do it with Cat Blow and nutty stuff with Royal Condemnation. And this effect lasts until the end of their turn. So when you play it, if you don't get game with it, they're not able to do much. They can't use their leader effects at all on their turn. Can't use in their battle card effects on their turn. They just have just beaters on board essentially if they wanted to play anything. So it keeps you safe for a little bit too. And with the Invoker, with the Vegeta leader, you're able to pull an energy, so you can play this with turn 5, swing with this first, so you can get an energy for Invoker for the next turn in case they do something, and then just swing with this again and go for game. Stupid card, just really nutty. I highly recommend this one. And that's the deck. That's everything. Overall, really solid. I'd highly recommend this leader over the Surge UI Goku leader. Just the energy manipulation is perfect. You can tap yourself out, swing with this, get an energy back, using the Sensu Beans to get energy back, using the UI Goku's Kamehameha to get energy back. It's all about being able to have yourself defensively so you can go on your kill turn. And you really, once you hit turn 6, if you're able to survive that, you pretty much win if you've played it right. And I was able to go 3-1 tonight with the deck. Did really solid. I was really happy with how it turned out, and I would play it again a lot. It's really good.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Nick. Like always, put in the put in the comments if you think anything you think he may need to adjust, or just, let him know how his deck is. Like, subscribe, if you want to see us make anything, put in the comments. And like always, he's not over here, so fluff out.